Good morning everyone and welcome to another Hour of Crypto video. Today's markets we have seen another fall. It's down by 1.5%, but the global crypto market cap still stands at 1.03 trillion as it was at the beginning of this week. In the last 24 hours, the price of Bitcoin is down by 1.25% and Ethereum went down by almost 3%, which is more than double of the decrease of Bitcoin. And we know for a fact that whenever there is a drop or an increase, Ethereum is a cryptocurrency that overreacts, which means that if the price increases, then Ethereum increases by more than the general price increase. And when it decreases, it means that Ethereum decreases. The rest of the market, it's a mix and match. Some, like XRP and Cardano, are doing very well. 3% and 2% up in the last 24 hours and 4 and 1% up in the last 7 days respectively. So we see a mix and match of red, some doing well, some doing badly, but at the moment we can see that the market is trading laterally. A consolidated figure of 1.49% downwards isn't that much. It is a lateral movement in crypto terms because it is a risky asset bound for volatility. So 1.49% is in the low end of volatility. Looking at the Bitcoin chart, again we can see that the prices are trading laterally. But there is an increasing trend here, as you can see. Let me just draw a line. There's an increasing trend going on where the prices are heading towards a $22,000 resistance level. And I think that if we have one piece of good news, then the prices will go to 22,000. They will break through this $22,000 level, making its way to the $23,000 level. And if the good news continue and there is no shock to the economy, I think that the Bitcoin price can recover all the way up to the figures that we saw about 11 days ago at 25,000. So 25,000 now is the long run resistance level, and the prices will head towards it again if we have good news. However, if we see a shock in the market, we might see the prices breaking this yellow trend and going down to maybe 20,000. So people are still consolidating their portfolios. There hasn't been anything material that caused the prices to move or that caused the traders to shift their portfolio in either direction, and that's why we see that the markets are trading laterally. Mastercard partners with Binance to bring Bitcoin payments to high street stores. So shoppers may soon be able to buy a loaf of bread with Bitcoin after the boss of Mastercard announced a partnership with the world's biggest crypto exchange, which is Binance, to introduce digital currency payments in high street corners. So people will be able to use their crypto holdings in over 90 million shops that accept Mastercard payments. This will first roll out in Argentina with plans to expand from there. And I think that Argentina makes perfect sense because Argentina has a massive adoption of cryptocurrencies. And this is mainly due to the fact that their economy isn't doing so great. Their currency is devaluing very quickly and inflation rates are extremely high. So in order to preserve the value of their capital, what people do is they trade any fiat money they have into cryptocurrencies, more commonly Bitcoin, so that they don't suffer from the high inflation and the devaluing currency. Millions of people in Argentina have already opened wallets and have plenty of Bitcoin in their wallets. So the rollout with the first launch being in Argentina makes perfect sense. And its CEO, Michael Maybach, wrote on a LinkedIn post, "We can unlock the full potential of blockchain technology when we make it easier to access plus easier to use. And one way to do so is by bringing crypto to everyday purchases," which is very correct, because what better way to get people to use crypto than to allow them to use them in their day-to-day transactions with very low fees. And this isn't the first partnership that Mastercard has done in terms of crypto. In the UK, they also partnered with payments platform Wirex to make Bitcoin transactions. And Wirex is pretty safe because they're authorized by the FCA or Financial Conduct Authority. But there is a caveat to it. Mastercard says that it does not currently settle payments to merchants in cryptocurrencies. Instead, payments are converted to fiat currency to make the purchase. So they're converted to fiat currency at the rate that it is at that moment, and then that fiat currency gets paid to the merchants. Hopefully in the future there is better integration and more sophisticated integration, such that Mastercard themselves are able to settle payments to merchants in cryptocurrency directly without having to go through the conversion to fiat. SHIB jumps 9% as token burn intensifies. So SHIB's upwards price action is primarily a result of a spike in the token's burn rate earlier this week, and expectations around the launch of Shibarium, which is a layer 2 blockchain solution to be launched in the Shiba Inu network. So nearly 110 million SHIB tokens have been burned over the past 24 hours, and altogether 40% of the total SHIB supply has already been burned to date. And it is simple demand and supply. If there is less supply of a certain product, in this case SHIB tokens, and the demand remains high, then the price tends to increase. Also, Shiba Swap, the popular DEX or decentralized exchange launched by the Shiba team, has also seen its user base grow. On August 25th, 145,661 people interacted with Shiba Swap, which is an all-new high for the metric. So Shiba is getting a lot of attention, it's getting a lot of action and activity, and this is why the price has increased so dramatically in the past few weeks. Doge also follows SHIB. The leading meme coin, which is Doge, is also up 2.4% over the past 24 hours. But we also have to notice that over $1.1 million in Doge trades have been liquidated over the past 24 hours. So these are positions that have been closed because their margin calls have been met, and these people lost all of their money, and this amounts to 1.1 million. And the majority of the liquidations came from blown out short positions, which means that because the price went up and short positions bet that the prices will go down, those positions got liquidated. So it just shows that a lot of people are still betting against SHIB and Doge, and in this time it backfired. Ledger CEO stated that don't trust your coins to anyone. I think this is a very important article to look at, and we have seen a lot of scams. We have seen a lot of people losing money, maybe in the billions, because they are maybe careless or they fell prey to scams relating to giving access to their wallets, therefore leading to the loss of their entire crypto holdings. So the CEO, Pascal Gauthier, stated that the recent collapse of centralized exchanges has showcased why investors shouldn't rely on intermediaries to manage their digital assets. While most actors are well-intended, Gauthier said that the crypto industry is too young and the current state of the economy is under stress, and if necessary, intermediaries will continue to prevent investors from accessing their holdings in times of need. To resume everything, don't trust your coins and your private keys to anyone because you don't know what they're going to do with it. If you trust your coins and your wallet to a centralized exchange, then you're not really in control of your coins because they can just lock access to your coins and you won't be able to do anything with them because they will be locked in that platform. And this is extremely important because it just gives you a sense of how self-custody is important. You have to be in control of your own private keys and you have to be in control of your own coins. And the best way to do this is through hardware wallets, such as Ledger, for example. There, you have complete control over your coins as long as you're safe, as long as you don't make careless mistakes like writing down your 12-word recovery phrase in the computer, then you're fine. Because your 12-word recovery phrase gives anyone access to your wallet. So you need to write it down on a piece of paper, hide it very well, hide it in your safe if you have to, but don't ever write it in any digital means. Gauthier is completely right. We need self-custody to become more prevalent so that people have better controls of their own coins. He also believes that the transition from Web 2 to Web 3 is taking its time and it's very slow because in today's internet, users are content with the speed and efficiency of Web 2 services. And a lot of people like the status quo, they don't like change, so they don't want to go into Web 3. But slowly but surely, we are making progress, and it seems like the world is heading in the right direction in terms of Web 3 adoption, which is accelerating year on year. To close off, he said that moving forward, he's excited to see how blockchain tech unfolds and what crypto applications will bring in mass adoption. Taking a 20-year horizon, Gauthier added that what we're going to see in 20 years are some things that we can't really imagine yet. These are things that we can't even fathom, and in 20 years the crypto industry and the blockchain industry will look completely different to what it looks like now. In 20 years we'll look back and you will see how primitive the blockchain industry was at this moment that I'm speaking, and I can't wait. And with that, we come to the end of today's video. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and share this video with your family and friends. Invest wisely, and cheers.